So back to Ivy House for a 2-dayer. So it's a pairs match. So I'm with Jace Crump. There's 11 pairs fishing. So one pair will fish Heron one day, and then they'll swap and fish the old match lake. So that's how it's worked. So day one, I'm on Heron. Jason's drawn me an absolute screamer of a peg, peg 9. For those who know it, it's undoubtedly the best winter peg. Didn't quite go according to plan to begin with. I chucked the bomb and bread and only had one on that, and then gone on the pole with maggots, and I don't know, it's a bit slow, but it was slow for everyone to begin with. So probably just cold nights, lots of rain, and unfortunately just lost one at the net. So it's not always perfect. Just foul look. I think I hooked it right underneath the chin, to be honest. So just persevered. So just adjusting my rig, just moved it up by an inch, and literally just tapping in maggots. Nothing fancy at all. Nothing in my maggot. It's just literally just a single maggot on a size 22 F1 Guru Hook 09 to an 012 main line, and then a 4x10 float, so real light, and then a 1.5 hollow elastic. Nice simple setup. So got rid of the bomb, put a little tiny maggot feeder on, and then just literally just fished 2 lasso maggots. So I've got £3 main line, little tiny maggot feeder, Preston Innovation inline maggot feeder, and then 012 hook length, and again just single lasso maggot on this. Real simple, 10-inch hook length. And I did have a steady run on this, so this was definitely one of my better decisions to make. Obviously this peg's the widest peg on the lake, so I just feel the fish just obviously back off into the bay, so to speak. So I've just literally not chucking too tight, because I think too tight's too shallow. So I'm casting about a metre off the far bank. Also, what I've done as well, I've been loose feeding a few maggots via a catapult on my pole line. Nothing crazy, just to try and hopefully build it up. Obviously a nice soft rod's really important, especially with such tiny hooks. And that's why you want light line as well. It helps cast the little tiny feeder, and obviously just keeps everything balanced. Also make sure you just check your hook length as well. Make sure it hasn't been damaged in any way. And gosh, when the rain started, it definitely just didn't let up. So I had a good run on the pole. Not like saying nothing crazy, but just caught a few fish and then just chucked out a little tiny maggot feeder. I felt maybe it wasn't right, and then got 2 rods set up, and then I chucked like a little tiny method, and I did catch a couple on that, because Stu next to me was fishing like an open end feeder with micro pellets and a bit of ground bait and maggot on the hook, and he was catching quite well at one stage. So I felt maybe I was being a bit too negative. So obviously it's definitely too negative with bomb and bread to begin with. I feel the fish want a bit of food, but not obviously loads. I was worried that I just didn't want to feed it to begin with, so I knew the peg was really good. So sometimes you just can catch without feeding anything, then you just can't mess the peg up. Maybe if it wasn't quite so windy or crosswind, and maybe a waggler would have worked quite well. Just fishing maggot, just again not feeding anything. You see like some of the fish literally just hooked in the skin, so sort of light elastic so important. So there's the weights from today. And there's the points as well, so we're third at the moment. So Jace has drawn me peg 7 on Old Match Lake. Now £4 come off it the day before with my Kev Ridge, so yesterday. But I feel like the fish do swim around, so that's not necessarily always a bad thing. There were a few fish caught on peg 10, which is dead opposite me basically, and undoubtedly they definitely just moved across the lake. So I've had a nice day despite the weather. I've had 10 pounder silvers, which is consisted of basically about 1 roach and about a dozen skimmers. So it's nice to get some bites. Again, very slow to begin with. Just fishing very light. So on this rig I'm fishing 014 to an 010, and again F1 hello hook size 22. Some birds behind me keeping me company. Not very good at chasing them. And then the fish definitely were slightly to the right. That little bit of flat water is. Unfortunately my camera does run out. As in run out of battery. So you just about see the fish and then the clip ends. So bad skills from myself. And again it's just a maggot feeder. Just triple red maggot. And there's all the weights. So me and Jace won the pairs, so happy days. And then Henry and Dwayne was second. We tied on points, but we were lucky enough we had a higher weight. So third was Andy and Jamie, and then fourth was Glenn and Alan. Happy New Year to you, and I'll catch you soon.